have already mentioned that WordPress started as a blogging platform for web creation, and as such platform it's usually good to have some sort of a feedback from the people who are actually viewing your page. So the best way is actually to allow your visitors or your users to actually have a look and actually reply to your text and to your posts. So this is something that WordPress has done really great. So we're talking about the comments here, and for example, this is a blog, so this is my post, and here I have one comment that I've just made before. So this is just an example. So this is a comment on the welcome page, and to leave a comment like we have seen before, we will come to the bottom of a particular post and we can actually write our comments in here. So in this video tutorial we'll have a look at the comments, how we can actually edit them, how we can approve and unapprove the comments, and what we can do with comments in general. Okay, so what I've done, I've logged back into my dashboard. Here it is, and on the main menu just under the pages, which we have seen in the previous tutorial, we actually have comments. When we click on comments, the main page for the comments like this is going to be displayed, and here all of the comments will be listed. At the moment I only have 2 comments, so this is the one that I've made, and this is the one that actually comes default by WordPress. So when you install WordPress you will have one comment just like this. So let's have a look at the first comment here that I have inserted. Okay, so basically I will get the information who's this comment submitted by. I will actually have the web page, and I'll actually have the email and the IP address. Also to the right I'll have a date when it was actually submitted and the time, and I'll have the comment written there as well. Just down below that I'll have some menus. The first one is unapprove, reply, quick edit, edit, spam and trash. All the way to the right I can actually see where this is actually, it's on the welcome page, and if I click here I would actually be taken to that particular page where this comment has actually been posted. The number 1 here actually reveals whether something is pending for this particular comment or not. Okay, right at the top I have the all option, which obviously displays all of the comments submitted on the web page. There is the pending option, or the pending section of the comments, the approved, spam and trash. So basically think of these as your folders where you can actually have all of your different comments, and if you go to the all, obviously it's just going to display all of the comments. So if I was to move, for example, this particular comment to for example spam or trash, what I need to do is I need to check it, and I will just go either at the top, there's a drop down menu, or at the bottom, and I can go mark as spam and click on apply. Okay, so now I can see that in my all folder I have only one, but if I go to the spam folder I'll also have the comment that I have just moved to this particular folder. Okay, when it's in this folder you have the option of marking it a non-spam, or you can actually delete this comment permanently. Okay, if I click on not spam, this will actually move it back to the all comments. Alright, so if you used any sort of a email online, such as Hotmail or Gmail or anything else, when you have different folders, well, this is basically the same. So you have different folders and you can move your messages from one folder to another folder and whatnot. So that's the option that we get with the comments with WordPress 4, and also we can go and reply, and we can quick edit it, we can edit it, like I said, spam and trash it. Should I go and trash it, this will actually go into my trash folder, and I'll do that. Now when I go to trash, I'll find my comment there, and I can actually say this is not trash, this is actually spam, and move it to spam. I can delete it permanently, or I can just restore it. Okay, so this is how you would go about actually moving from one particular, what I like to call a folder, although the best way is actually to think of all of this as different folders. So you have a folder where all of your messages are displayed, you have a folder for the pending, for the approved, spam and trash. Alright, so what I will do now is I will go to this particular one and I will hit on reply, and basically I'm replying to this particular message here that John Smith has actually submitted. And a new window like this a new section of a window will show, and right here I have a couple of the options. I can make the text bold, I can make it italic, I can put a link, or I can put a quote, like quotation for something. I can insert an image and whatnot. Even I can put some code here, and if you click on code you will get something like this, and you would write your code in here, and once again when you're finished with your code you will just hit on code again, and that actually closes this segment that's actually being recognized by the system as a code. Okay, so if you know how to do codes, you can actually go and just hit on code and then insert your code here as well. Alright, so I'm just gonna write some text here. Alright, so I've written, "Hi John, your comment is totally correct, I agree." And let's change it. So let's make John maybe bold, and let's make this totally correct italic. And as you can see, when you actually click on these little buttons here, you will actually get the code for basically what you're trying to do. So in order to actually get some text bold in HTML, you would have to put this opening strong and closing strong. This will actually make it bold. When it comes to italic, the same thing would happen, except this time you will use EM and EM closed. Alright, so I will reply and just hit on reply, and now straight away a new message will appear here, which is actually just the one we have made. So, "Hi John, your comment is totally correct, I agree." Sometimes you would actually have to approve some of the comments. So for example, if that is set in your options and a message before it's actually being displayed. So let's go back first of all to the page, and I'll refresh it. And there it is. So in this case John Smith has replied to John Smith, and it's saying here, "Hi John, your comment is totally correct, I agree." So this is what we have just done, and also we can reply to this message and say, "I also agree," and just click on post comment. Also you find some of the HTML text here, so basically you can use all of these codes to actually insert here, and they will actually change, for example, the text to bold or to italics and whatnot. Once you're finished with editing, you can just click on post comment, and this is also another way, and the usual way you would go about commenting on somebody else's comment on your web page. Alright, now the page has been actually refreshed, and you can see that there's another comment to this comment. You can actually see how it's a bit moved to the right, meaning that this particular comment is a reply to, well, this one is replied to this one, and this one is written as a reply to this one. Alright, going back to the back end, let's go now and let's, for example, say unapprove. Okay, this message is still displayed here, although you can see that it's actually changed the color a bit, so it's almost like highlighted, and this is actually waiting the approval. Also, if we go to the pending folder, this message should be displayed there, and it should be the only message over here, the only message in this particular folder. The options here are approve, reply, quick edit, edit, spam, and trash. Alright, so sometimes you will get a message like this and you will have to actually approve it. Once again, this is basically dependent on what kind of settings you have actually set here, whether you would like the administrator to approve all the comments before they're actually submitted, or they can be submitted straight away without any approval, which in some cases is the suggested way, although you do not kind of have direct control of what people are writing on your web page, but you can actually set some filters. So for example, you know, some bad words cannot be inserted, and if those words are inserted, that particular comment will be ignored. Alright, so this is how you will go about controlling the actual comments, and let's have a look at the options that we have on this page as well. We can actually search for comments here. There's a search box. You will type something like some of the words that you are searching for. So for example, if I'm to write "I agree," and if I hit on search comments, I would get a message, a comment here that actually has that "I agree" bit in it. So that's this bit here. Alright, let's go back to all, and now let's have a look at the screen options here. So if we click on this button here, we'll get all the screen options here, so we can actually get the author. So this is the author here. we can get rid of the author altogether and just have the comments, or we can just have the author and get rid of the in response to, so this bit here. Alright, so basically this is pretty much all you can do with the comments at this particular stage. Like I said, WordPress has done a great job inserting this. It's a sort of a plugin that pretty much all of the themes have nowadays, that once you have actually written some sort of a post, there's the option for your users or for your members. It depends on the settings. You can actually set that anyone can just come in and write a comment on a particular post, or you can just make sure that only people who are registered within your system can actually come and leave posts. All in all, leaving comments, editing comments, moving comments, it's quite easy with WordPress, and particularly with WordPress 4.